Hello everybody, Nate Patterson, Solo Productions. Welcome to Showcase Springfield. Tonight we have a very special program. We are excited. We have the one and only Mr. Joe Young and his son Kyle from the movie Director, producer, what is it?
Writer, executive producer.
Writer, executive producer, and producer Diamond Ruff. And if you missed that movie, you need to run out and go see it. How you doing, sir?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome to my show. What's going on, Mr. Kyle? It took a long time for you guys to get here, man.
Man, you know, the mills of the gods move extremely fine, but it gets there, man.
There you go.
Yeah, so we here.
There you go. So how was Atlanta?
Atlanta was great.
Atlanta's great?
A lot of great stuff happened in Atlanta.
Awesome.
You know,
So what we're gonna do today, what we normally do on Showcase Springfield is I get into your history, I talk about you so our people can find out who you are, because you're from the area. Now, I'm not gonna make the same mistake that TC made. I'm not gonna say you're from Springfield. You corrected her. You're from Hartford, right?
Yes.
Okay, see, I would have said Springfield too.
But live in Springfield.
Okay. So let's find out about you and Kyle and what's going on with you guys and how did you get started? And you know, the question I wanna know is, what was your inspiration for Diamond Ruff?
You want to go first?
How'd you come up with that?
Well, I mean, the inspiration, he wrote a book in, 97 or 98 called Diamond Ruff. And, you know, he was doing like the trying to get publishing thing, and it just sat on a shelf for about 10 years.
You get out of here.
And then just one day, we're driving home from Hartford, and we just came up with the idea, like, what's going to be the next big project that we do? Because I think like the year before, he did the world's longest comic strip in Hartford, so it was like, what's next after you do the world? It was just like, let's do a movie.
Okay.
Because I was going to film school at the time, and I was like, you ever think about turning Diamond Ruff into a movie? And it just kind of turned from a conversation. I mean, it's not my idea because I didn't write the book, but I mean, maybe to make, because I was going to film school, so maybe that inspired it because I was, you know, making shorts and stuff like that. So maybe that kind of sparked that interest, like, oh, we can actually maybe do this. And so it turned from a conversation to a project that he kind of fleshed out into this project about inspiring people to follow their dreams. Amen. And so we started this YouTube channel that we shot every week where it was just showing us doing the process, turning the book, getting it turned into, like, getting it published, turning that into an Amazon bestseller, which was the first step. And then what was it, after the book, it was making the movie into a feature film, and it was like a 5 or 6 year process, and and now we're here.
Awesome. Well, we're jumping the gun a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Give me some background history on Joe Young so our people can know who you are.
Hey, man, well, you know, I started when I was 7 years old, man. I had a passion to write. I've always written. My first play was written when I was 7 years old, called John Lee.
Are you serious?
And what's funny is the storyline is still the same, about someone who has to overcome adversity, and about decisions. So when I was at 7, I performed in front of my family. I had 7 brothers and sisters, 3 sets of twins, and I sat them down.
Whoa. Three sets of twins?
3 sets of twins.
How do you get 3 sets of twins out of one family?
I don't know how my dad did it, man. My mother had it rough, man.
Okay.
You know, and they sat down, the family, and to me, I was on Broadway. I had an audience, man.
Awesome, yeah.
And was inspired, you know, doing that. And then around in college, I discovered, high school, I started to draw. And I combined the script writing with the drawing and came out with a comic strip. Because a comic strip is no more than a play on paper.
Now you said you were a cartoonist or something like
That's
that, right?
what, if you go to Wikipedia, Joe Young cartoonist.
Really?
The filmmaking stuff didn't come until the later half of my life, you know, the second half. But I was known as a comic strip artist.
So that's just like pure raw talent coming out. Is it falling far from the tree?
Oh, he's much more. He does much more than me.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I started earlier with that medium instead. I mean, I guess I was drawing coming up, but really early on, I guess I got into like cameras and stuff because there was always media and video and animation happening, but I was always so young, so I never really got to participate like I wanted to.
Right.
I would do little things here and there to contribute, but this project, it was like one of the first times I was actually able to like do real work on it. But yeah, I mean, I always messed around with cameras and later on music and stuff like that.
Now, during the taping of this film, right? You said you quit school for a year. Tell us something about that. Tell us how that
So I was going to school. Going to school in Los Angeles for about 3 years, And while we were doing this movie, like pre-planning it, getting everything
Was
done.
it college or high school?
College.
College.
College. So I was in film school in Los Angeles. And I don't know, just times got hard. The recession hit, so everyone was kind of struggling. Meanwhile, we're trying to make this movie, so it just seemed the most practical to just take a little bit of time off and kind of regroup and put all energy to make this, to kind of propel this thing forward.
That was awesome. How did you feel about that?
No, that was tough decision,
Yeah.
but he was passionate about it, and it was a decision that was a little sacrifice. To make this movie, man, we sold our cars.
Yeah,
man.
you guys said you sold cars.
We sold cars, man.
How many people are gonna sell their car, right? For a dream, right? That's hard to do, brother.
Yeah. We always got to have a backup. We had clunkers too, so we got rid of the nice cars and drove the clunker.
Not many people would do that.
But
not many people.
But not a lot of people run after success, man. They don't run after excellence. They run after, wanting to be on TV, getting the money, this and that. We were in love with the process of making a film, and we had to achieve a dream. Cars can be replaced.
That's right.
Material things can be replaced.
See, that's a different mindset,
Yeah,
because like what you just said.
Yeah.
I've been doing the entertainment industry in this town since I got back from Atlanta.
Yes.
And that's the mindset that I find, right? As soon as somebody get a microphone in their hand, not everybody, so don't everybody start get out there, yeah, that Nate Patterson, right? Get a microphone in their hand, all of a sudden they're Prince, they're Jeezy or somebody, right?
Women, they're divas.
But you got to put the work in, man.
You got to be in love with the process, man. We wanted to make sure this thing happened, and whatever it took, you know what I'm saying?
Well, tell me about the process. What did it take to put Diamond Ruff to where it was?
It was. I've done projects like the world's longest comic strip, Guinness World Record, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Amazon bestseller, all that stuff. But I've never ever did a project that was so difficult and so complex. When we're shooting 300 people on set, you have a payroll of 60 people, and it was just, and in Hollywood actors, and I've never done anything as challenging. The hardest part was raising the money.
Really? Is that the hardest part?
For me, it was, I can write, you know what I'm saying? But raising the money, even though you have other challenges, to me, that was the hardest part. What was the hardest part for you, Cub?
That, and I don't know, the hardest part for me was it was definitely
selling
raising
your
the
car.
money. Yeah, just being broke. It's crazy. You'll be broke, but you're doing an interview. It's weird. It's awkward to deal with because you feel, it's almost like a high where you feel not famous, but you feel important. But you also know that your bank account is overdrawn at the same time. It's an awkward feeling. So that, and just, it wasn't really, I don't know, I'm pretty easygoing, so it wasn't really a challenge for me. But I guess just seeing him go through it, just just getting hit financial, just people just
But you guys
talking.
worked real close together on this, right?
Oh yeah, and without Cal, I wouldn't have been able to have done it. He had I'm all self-taught, I just have a high school education, you know what I'm saying? There you go. But he has the drive, and he has the brains, and he had the academic behind him and the technical that I didn't have, so I relied on him a lot.
See, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. I do the same thing here. Self-taught like you.
Yep.
Nowhere on his level, so don't even
We all want to say we're just doing different things.
Okay.
You were showing me something earlier I had never seen before.
Wow. Okay. This guy, man, he's like, I'm gonna calm down. All right, I'm gonna calm down. Man, y'all don't know. Okay, so I forgot what I was gonna say.
We're talking about the
struggle.
Oh, how hard it was, the hardest part.
Difficult part of it.
Okay, I know what I was going to say. All right. So you said you relied on him and his expertise because he went to school, right? But you were self-taught. Now, were you self-taught in your videography skills, or did you get any type of schooling at all, or it's just raw talent?
Everything I've ever done, from being, I was a syndicated cartoonist, never had art classes, filmmaking. Again, I relied on him.
He's just a strong writer, really. Yeah. And so if something's good, it's good, and you can fix technical stuff. But not everyone can just write a good story. People can write it in Final Draft and it be in the right format and stuff. But if it's not solid, it's not going to go anywhere.
They said that that the book is a good read. Diamond Ruff.
A lot of people love the book. It's easy. It reads like a movie.
But the characters were well defined.
Well, let's talk about the characters. You killed Diamond. You're gonna bring back a sequel.
You don't know. You don't know we killed Diamond.
Ah,
You
really?
see no blood. You see no tombstone.
I gotta be honest, man. I gotta be honest, because when I saw that part, I'm like, oh wow, man, they killed dude. I said, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. He coming back. Is that gonna happen?
We got to stay tuned.
Okay.
But again, it's keeping it real. Here's a guy who made some bad choices.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, he changes his life. But I also want to show you live by this or you die by this. So this is.
Let me hold you right there. We got to take a break. Take a quick break. When we come back next segment, we're going to talk about that, getting more into the movie, the characters, and all that stuff. All right, Nate Patterson, we'll be right back. Joe Young, Howard Young.